7,000 subscribers. And honestly, that seems really, really close to 100,000, but it could probably take 3 months, if not more, to still hit 100,000. But I wanted to get it out there so people had time to give ideas or think about it. And I just thought it would be fun to have, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, pick from the comments what my OMAD will be. So I'm not going to do whatever the most popular is because I just don't honestly know how to go through and find the most popular comment. But from all of the comments, you can leave an idea. You could say, go to Chili's and order and tell me exactly what to order. Or you could say, make a lasagna or whatever you want. You can give me ideas, restaurant, homemade. And I'm going to randomly pick one of the suggestions. So the things are, I don't like fish and I don't like seafood. So you could pick that if you want, and I'd do it still, I guess. I just might end up being hungry at the end of it. Restaurants, of course, would be easy to replicate exactly what you say, but I am also happy to do something homemade. As far as it has to be edible, obviously. It has to be accessible, something that I can get here in Southwest Michigan. I'm not going to pay like, $10,000 to ship some weird ingredient to my house. But I think that's pretty much it. Accessible and edible are my two things. I get to pick the portion. So if you tell me shrimp, well, I'm going to tell you I'm probably not going to eat that much. But I just thought it would be a fun way to engage with the community and to celebrate the 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 of you have said you're going to stick around, and I just think it would be a lot of fun. I see Alexis is on here. Thank you so much. Love having you as part of the community. And I think OMAD, it's something that seems super scary until you try it and you see that it's not. So I love doing one meal a day. I love having an eating window that I look forward to, and it's easy. I'm either eating or I'm not. That's how I approach fasting. My girls and I today is like a perfect example of why it's fun. I'm fasting all day. I have my black coffee. I've had water, and then tonight, me and my girls are going shopping. We have to get a gift for a friend. We have to get undergarments for my older daughter. She's running track and it's Michigan weather. So we have just all these things we're going to do. We're going to grab dinner together while we're out. Maybe we'll get a Sonic drink. Maybe we'll have Starbucks. I have no idea what we're going to do. But here's the thing. My eating window is purposely later. I'm going to enjoy my time with my girls. I won't be counting calories. I won't be adding up points and seeing what I can or can't participate in. It's just super fun to have an eating window, do the things in my life that are fun, that I want to do, and I don't ever feel excluded from anything. So I love this lifestyle and I love to share it because I think it sounds very restrictive to people until you're actually living it. And then once you're living it, you realize how fun and freeing it can be. And I like to do the fun videos, like yesterday, the free ice cream cones at Dairy Queen. It was fun for me to take my kids. It's something I would have loved in the past, but it would have been much more stressful dieting. And it's just, I love sharing it. I love sharing it in a very peaceful, easy way. I was going to say loose, but I don't feel like it's that loose because I'm extremely disciplined with my fast, but I don't have a ton of restrictions in my eating window, which is why I can stick to it. I see lots of support here. I see hearts from Crystal. Ethel says you should definitely go out. I know how much you love it. Yes, going out to eat is my favorite. I was actually telling someone the other day, one of the reasons I love going out to eat so much is I have very picky eaters in my house. My vegetarian obviously doesn't eat meat. My son doesn't like to eat meat, but he'll do like chicken broths. My husband won't eat lentils or beans. And it just feels really hard to make like complete, satisfying, fun meals. And sauces that have peanuts in them, no to my family. Coconut-based sauces, no to my family. All these things, like I find a new recipe and I'm like, oh wait, it's not super basic. But going out to eat, I can just order the things I want. I can have it be goofy. I can have it be abnormal to my family and just really enjoy it. So yes, I do love going out to eat. So if on here you want to, yes, I see Angela posted, do we post the meal here or where? Yeah, just in one of the comments. And I don't know exactly how it'll work, but from the comments, say this takes 3 months and there's 3,000 comments, this might continue like showing as a short, I think. I don't know. But anyway, say in a grand, like a giant turnout of guests or comments. There's 3,000 of them. I'll do a random comment generator, and I, at the very least, count if there's not something that would help me, and that's the one that it will be. So again, I'm willing to travel like a couple 100 miles, a couple hours. So you could pick something in Detroit or Grand Rapids or Northern Indiana or Ohio. Like, I'm willing to travel, but just not like, don't send me to Washington, because while I would love to do that, I don't think my husband would love me to just jet set. And I am still going to New York City as a celebration, but I just can't drop my life. I can't be like, oh, I hit 100,000, let's go to New York City tomorrow. But I can, like, hey, I hit 100,000 today, scrub my single day OMAD plans and participate, whatever. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I see Kwana says, I love your videos. Thank you. You watch me daily. You've been fasting for 16 months and down 81 pounds. That is amazing. I absolutely love that. I love hearing other people's successes. And I love the community that we have, people that understand the struggles and you understand why fasting is a great option. So woohoo, go you. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Renee. Love the suggestion from Crystal. Go out for Mexican. Yes, I absolutely love it. Although that reminds me, the only other thing I will not do is have alcohol. So if you suggest a drink, like if, for instance, Crystal said, go out for Mexican and have a margarita. I'm not drinking just this year. That was like a goal of mine, so I don't want to break that just because someone told me to. But yes, it will be fun. I love your suggestion, Crystal. And then if whatever random comment pops up isn't a suggestion, I'll just do it again until I find one. So I am excited. I see Vicky says that I'm close. It feels really close, but it also feels like really slow. So it took me, I think, about 3 months to get from 94 to 97. So it could go, but then, if a certain video takes off, which happens, I might get 300 subscribers every few days for a little while. So it could go quicker, which is why I waited. I was like, 97,000. If something takes off, it still gives me time for people to be able to participate. Cordelia, yes, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Still have a ways to go, but I am getting close. I am excited about that. And for anyone that doesn't know, like 100,000 is like a huge goal for those that do YouTube, because YouTube sends you a recognition plaque. It's the silver play button. And when I started doing my videos long before I was a faster, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that would ever happen. So it is very exciting that it seems close and that it's going to happen. So woohoo. Sam, thank you so much. I love that you like watching my shorts. I've been kind of crummy at making them lately. Life has felt just very chaotic. But this afternoon, I still have a little bit of time before I go pick up my kids. So after this live, that's what I'm doing, is going to edit some shorts. And my eating window today, I'm pretty sure the girls and I are going to Qdoba. Elsie's been really wanting to go to, or not Qdoba. Mila wants Qdoba, Elsie wants Chipotle. So I'll probably eat Chipotle with Elsie. And I'm going to make a video that'll go out today. There's probably going to be 2 shorts, me testing something at Chipotle and then also what I eat in a day, like my whole eating window. But I'm glad you like watching them. I love making the shorts. They are definitely more on the fun side. And then the longer form videos, I try to be encouraging and helpful. And I definitely want my shorts to still be that way, but it's easier to just like show the fun of having an eating window that doesn't have restrictions. So I love, oh my goodness, Alexis, I love seeing you cheer, but you're down 110 pounds. That is amazing. I absolutely love you guys cheering each other, being communal with each other, and just, again, your success is amazing. Congrats, Alexis. That is wonderful. So I'm a little disappointed. There's not a lot more. I mean, not disappointed. Like, I hate being negative. I'm not trying to like shame you guys, but I don't see any more suggestions of OMADs. What do you think I should eat to celebrate 100,000 subscribers? And it could even be something like a Trader Joe's food that I go pick up and make at home. So you can share your favorites, something that you think would be fun, something that you think I should try. It could be whatever you want. So I look forward to your suggestions. And again, willing to travel to like Detroit, Lansing, Grand Rapids if you're a Michigander. Just so you know that. Just eat carbs. Well, if you look at some of my comments, that's some people accuse me of only eating carbs. I could do that. I would happily have a stack of pancakes with maple syrup as my OMAD. That's like the first all carb meal that came to my mind. Um, a stack of carbs layered in sugary carbs. Sounds good to me. I would definitely be able to do that and happily do it. I actually feel like also whatever, unless I'm like sitting at Cheesecake Factory eating the meal, if I'm eating at home, I could probably live stream it and like talk with you guys and do it while I'm eating the OMAD. Depending on where it is. Beef fajitas at your favorite Mexican restaurant. Love it. Alexa says, Italian's my favorite. What about Olive Garden or, okay, Buco de Beppo? Now I feel like an idiot. Or Maggiano's. I am not familiar with either of those, but I can look it up. They might be more in the, Kalamazoo isn't rinky-dink, but it's not giant. So maybe we have the second two in the Detroit area or something. So I'm definitely open to that. Definitely open to Olive Garden. My Mila especially, and Kel, my two that don't love meat, they love going to Olive Garden for the pasta, breadsticks, and then Mila really loves their minestrone soup. So that's a very good place for me to take my family and a great recommendation. I do think it would be nice to live stream, or even I could make a short of it if I'm at a restaurant. I am certainly not to the level of bravado to ask a restaurant if I can go live in the middle of the restaurant. I have gotten over filming in public a little bit, not even fully, but going live beyond my comfort level. Whew. But yep, I thought it would be fun to put that out there. I appreciate you guys joining, and I really look forward to hitting that 100,000, growing the community more, and celebrating with whatever OMAD you guys give me. So make sure you put all of your suggestions. Beta's suggestion is definitely a cupcake with your favorite flavor. Yum. I'm down for that. We have some really, really good bakeries. I would love to go buy pretty much any non-chocolate would be my suggestion, or like off the bat what I think, but I like cupcakes. Probably, I mean, red velvet's kind of chocolatey, but it's not super chocolatey, so I do like it. Or like a lemon or a strawberry. I'm getting excited. Earth Lady just joined yesterday. If that means you joined as a member, thank you so much. I love, or even just watching the videos. I love the community growing. I like seeing people talk to each other, ask questions, get questions answered. I'm not the best about comments, but if you are a member, it's easier for me. It gets flagged differently, but I have multiple channels and all of the comments are flagged together, and they just get lost. And then I'll be honest, the fasting channel gets a lot more negative comments than the grocery one, but I don't get to see the positive ones unless I subject myself to the negative ones, and that can be a little frustrating. But members, it's easier to see, so that is just one thing to note. But I'm very excited to see whatever the winning one is. It might take a little while. My birthday's June 16th. How fun would it be to hit? I mean, I would rather it not take that long, but I'm also like fine if it does. How fun would it be to hit on June 16th 100,000 subscribers and go do that fun foodie OMAD adventure that you guys put me on? Ocean Prime. I don't know what that is. Is that it sounds like a drink because I think of the Prime drink. Vita says, your consistency is inspiring. I know it's not always easy to show up and do what you do. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. It can be a little tiring because people just can be mean and they don't understand. And I also don't think that they really give fasting consideration before tearing it down. It really, really annoys me when people call it an eating disorder. I don't feel like they're convincing me, but I hate the thought of like someone just joining, excited about the potential, and then they think, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Like that's what really grinds my gears. So those are the comments that really kind of frustrate me. And yes, I do see people are mean. Yes, they certainly are. But Beta, I really appreciate your encouragement. I don't know why people are anti-fasting all of a sudden. And yes, certainly are judgy. Sam, I don't want you to feel sorry. I do appreciate that. However, that's like the biggest drawback to me is when I share things, people can be kind of rude. And it can be discouraging sometimes. It doesn't make me hate fasting, it makes me hate sharing, honestly. Ocean Prime is a seafood restaurant. Okay, I will put it on my list. We'll see when I get there. Seafood, just kidding. Country fried steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. It's me. You know the kind of food I like and don't like, but I might try it if that's the one I pick, the seafood. Just subscribed yesterday in the middle of my first ADF. Congrats. I enjoy your videos. I'm usually an OMAD lady. I love OMAD. You'll see that in my videos, but throwing ADF in there really helps to change what's going on. So I wish you luck and thanks for joining the community. People are just traumatized by all the unhealthy food content that's pushed online. They can't tell what's healthy and not anymore. I don't disagree with you. And I also know that I don't show, eating really healthy, nutrient-dense foods from start to finish. But I'm also, and I think this could be what's confusing, I'm not trying to tell people what to eat. I just show someone that is making steps towards a healthier lifestyle and still enjoying it. And I can see where the lines get a little blurry if you've only ever seen one of my videos, but I'm not ever trying to tell someone what to do. Sam said, I had no idea you had a grocery haul channel. Subbing to that one now. Yes, that one is actually a lot more fun for me because people still sometimes like, oh, you brought too much processed food or blah, blah, blah. But it's a lot less negativity than over here. I've been having a lot of fun over there. I do try to ignore the haters. Thank you. My hair, I tried curling it. I, for some reason, curl this side much easier than this side, but it's been really windy and crazy here. So I have the wind blown look, but I appreciate that. Yay. Oh, I'm excited that you're excited about the channel. And thank you, Alexis. You guys are too nice. Steaks and other options. Well, it sounds like a wonderful restaurant. And if it's by me and I pick your comment, sounds good. I do love steak. And I have always liked, well, I went within the past year, but before that, it was like before my husband and I were married, so 17 or 18 years ago. I liked the chicken dish at Red Lobster, so I believe that seafood restaurants can have good other options because they want people that don't eat seafood to still come with their friends. Yes, that's actually one of the things I really like about the grocery hauls is it's fun for me to tell people how I'm using things because I do think it can inspire people to think of different meals or different ideas, and then the comments help me in reverse. The young boyo, I just subbed 2 days ago. I'm on my second 5-day fast. Wish me luck. Love your videos. Yay. Well, congrats. I hope it is an amazing 5-day fast. I've done 5 days once. It was the limit. I actually physically felt really good. I wasn't at my limit physically, but I just missed eating. I enjoy eating. I enjoy eating with my family. I enjoy making food. So it was like mentally my limit. I don't know that I'll do another one, but you're on your second. So woohoo. Thank you for your encouragement on my channel. So I do appreciate that. Hi, pizza. I love you, pizza. Eat at my favorite restaurant. I appreciate that suggestion. That would be a fun one to have picked. Thank you, Patty. Taylor says, hi, Jackie. Hope you're having a blessed day. I am, and I hope you are too. How long did it take you to start noticing weight loss with OMAD? Well, I hate answering this question sometimes because I don't want anyone to feel like their path has to look like mine. But I didn't weigh myself for the first 4 weeks of fasting. All of that was not 1 meal a day. It was the adjustment period. I started at 18.6 and I thought that was what I was going to do. Eventually, it did move into OMAD. And I didn't keep the best records because I never planned to share it with anyone until I was like obsessed. I just couldn't believe how much I actually liked it, and it was very effective. But after 4 weeks, I had lost 4 pounds. And then I very consistently was losing between 1 or 2 pounds. I do have, almost 5 years ago now, I started sharing fasting videos. And you can see my weight week to week. It was very consistent. Having 5 days of OMAD, 1 down day, 1 up day was the pattern that worked best for me. So I lost all my weight within 5 months. And then I pretty much stalled to where I'm at now. My body definitely looks different now than it did when I stopped losing weight. But I lost weight pretty consistently almost right away. But that's not the way it is for everyone. So do not take that as if you're not following that you're not doing well. Focus on, are you feeling good? Are you enjoying the lifestyle? Is diet brain leaving your mind? Are you able to fit into clothes maybe that you weren't before, even if the scale isn't changing? Like, focus on so much more than just losing weight. But that was my pattern. Patty says, I always look forward to your videos. Thank you. Bongo, Von Zipper, all carbs. You're the second person to suggest that as my OMAD, and if I hit 100,000 and I pick yours, I'm down. You know I'm down. That actually could be pretty fun to put together an OMAD of just carbs. I can't say I wouldn't look forward to it. Would I regret it in the morning? Probably, but I would enjoy the time. Hey, Mom. There's my mom, Joni. Alexa says, everybody's body is different. It took me a few weeks to lose weight on OMAD. Yes. Or to see weight loss on OMAD. Yes. Everyone is different. My dad even said he didn't lose weight for like the first 6 months of fasting, but he found many other benefits of like feeling good, better energy, not dieting. Like he wasn't having to feel like he was dieting all day. And then he did start to lose weight. So it's different for everyone. Do not focus just on the scale. Taylor says, that is encouraging me. Thank you. So hard to see people lose so fast, but not happening for me. My body definitely takes time to lose now that I'm postpartum, which is fine. Yes, embrace the postpartum life. It's going to look different than before. Oh my gosh, every time I had a baby, my body was like, hey, new body, welcome. But yes, I am with you. Give yourself grace. Enjoy the fasting journey and let the numbers follow. And if they don't follow, like don't be afraid to like play around with different schedules, see what's going to be most effective and beneficial for more than just the scale, lifestyle included, and I think you'll find a win. Yes, love seeing the shout outs for the non-scale victories. Oh, thank you, Angela, that my YouTube channel is her favorite. Patty still has diet brain after 4 years. How do I get rid of it? I don't know. I have had similar questions to this in the past, and to be completely honest with you, I didn't really have a hard time getting rid of it because I was so sick of dieting, and I don't think that you like love dieting, Patty, but when I just was like, okay, I'm going to focus on when I eat, not what I eat, it was really easy for me to just cling to fasting and let go of dieting. And I, for the most part, do find it pretty easy to, because I enjoy fasting so much and I've seen the success, I think I'm like, yep, this works. I have no problem. And that doesn't mean that I think like I don't have struggles, because sometimes I swear if I look in the mirror, and maybe this is still a diet brain to some people, every once in a while I'm like, did I gain every bit that I lost back? Like I instantly feel like I'm back to pre-fasting days. The 35 pounds are suddenly back there if I look at my naked body, to be honest. And I'm like, like it's an instant freak out. And it's usually following like maybe I ate something the day before, or I like ate more, like an up day probably. And then I just think, okay, that's ridiculous. You know, you didn't gain the weight back, and I don't know what it is. So that could be some sort of a diet brain. But as far as approaching food, I didn't really ever have a hard time. But I think it's because I focus so much on the benefits of fasting. So I don't know if that helps. I didn't really have to do much to get rid of, like, as I'm eating, like not feeling bad about having a cookie. And also I think it was because I was constantly going between dieting and then not dieting, and I always was happier in the not dieting, other than the regret of like, oh, I know I'll be paying for this. But I just focused on how much fasting was doing for me, how much I enjoyed it, and the discipline of the fast, that it didn't give me time or energy to think about feeling bad about what I was eating, I guess. But I know that doesn't really help. Hi, Janelle. Pizza says, I'm on my 45-hour fast. I intended to do 20 hours, but I'm stretching it. Good for you. I think that's actually one of the better ways to get longer fasts. That's kind of how it happened to me, was like, oh, well, I thought I was going to break my fast at XYZ time, but then I got busy or distracted. Maybe I'll just push it to the next whatever round hour. And then you just see like, I'm actually still feeling really good, or being surprised at how good I felt at 48 hours and thinking, I don't think a 3-day fast would be that difficult. I think it's really good to just kind of let yourself be encouraged to keep going rather than make the scary decision and then force yourself to do it. So I'm cheering for you. Way to stretch it. Woohoo. Taylor says, one problem I do have is knowing how much to eat with my OMAD. I end up thinking I will need this big plate and can find myself overfull. Any tips on knowing how much, how not to overconsume? I definitely know what you're saying as far as like at the beginning, I make this giant plate. I still make giant plates, but here's an example. Yesterday we had this meal. It was stir fry. I made chicken on the side, and then we had different vegetables and a sauce and chicken egg rolls. And I had this bowl. It was really a generous portion, and I really liked the rice and the veggies and the chicken, and then I started eating the egg roll, and it wasn't that good, and it was mushy. One thing that I have adopted, and I hate waste, I really do, but one mentality that I've adopted is I could eat that egg roll and feel bad, like physically over full, and I really don't even enjoy it, or I could throw it away, and both of them are a form of waste. So I have stopped forcing myself to clean my plate. I always clean my plate. Having a dog helps. I didn't give her the egg roll because we try not to give her chicken, but I just no longer make myself finish what's on my plate. Even if I make a really too big plate and I don't eat it all, I throw it away because I just came to the conclusion, and I think I had read it somewhere. Maybe it was even like a meme on Instagram or, like a little statement, but it was like overeating just to not throw it away is wasteful, just like throwing it away. And honestly, I think that makes sense. So whether I am actually wanting a food or not, or excuse me, whether I have the food on my plate or not, if I'm not hungry anymore, I no longer make myself eat it, even if I put it on my plate, just because it's not actually doing anything for me if I shove it down my throat. So that was one mentality that helped me. Also, starting with smaller portions to begin with, knowing that you're allowed to go get seconds. I do that a lot with soup. Like, I'll make a bowl smaller than what I think I want, and then I eat it, and then I evaluate, do I want to get more soup? That kind of helps me to not waste food, I guess. But the final thing, okay, this is the other thing. If I overeat and I don't feel good, I do not punish myself. I don't try to beat myself up about it. There are certainly eating windows where I'm like, oh, that was too much food. Instead, I use it as a teaching, like I'm learning from it. Like, okay, that really doesn't feel good. And then the next day I feel like a slug and I have no energy. However, I can use it as a lesson. Like the next time I'm tempted to eat something when I'm already feeling full, I'm like, hey, remember the last time you did that and you were laying in bed not feeling very good, and the next day you had a hard time being productive and you really wanted to just sit on the couch and then you didn't love the energy levels. It can help you to shape your future behavior. That's how I look at it. So I hope some of those tips helped. Let's see. Chica's Bella's vlog says currently fasting, got 27 hours left. Tomorrow's an update. Also working out right now. Woohoo! Yay! I'm curious, are your energy levels pretty good when you're working out in a longer fast? I never find issues with energy except for when I was on my first 100-day fast. It was hard to climb sand dunes when I was about 96 hours fasted. That was the only time I'm like, okay, this might be a little too extreme for my energy levels. But good for you. I'm cheering for you. Update tomorrow. Woohoo! Music says, I have a question for you. When you were actively in the process of losing weight, how many down days did you do every week? And did you ever try the 800-calorie down day from Michael Mosley? Thank you. I did once every week. I would do two if it was situational, but really my goal and what I stuck to pretty hardcore was one a week. But say I did one on a Monday and I had my update Tuesday, and say we suddenly had plans where I wanted to eat all day Saturday, I would still do another one on Friday to have the update Friday, or Saturday. But that wasn't like part of the weight loss program. That was just so I could intentionally have an update. But okay, so someone sent me the 800-calorie revision instead of the 500 calories. But by the time I got that book and I read it, I was so successful and used to doing the 500 calories that I just never changed it. So I know he had updated that you could eat like the 800 calories, and I haven't read the entire book. I think I read most of it, but that at this point it was maybe 3 years ago now. So I can't remember exactly what he said, but I just was finding so much success with the 500 calories that I didn't worry, or I didn't want to change it, if that makes sense. So I still do 500 calorie down days or a full day fast, just kind of depending on what the day gives me. The only thing that I will say is I recently just made a down day update video, and if I ate every single bit of soup, it was going to put me at like 570 calories. I was really, really strict when I was actively losing weight, but now if I'm at 520 calories or 570 that day, like there was a little bit of soup left over, not 70 calories worth by any means, but I'm not super strict with it where I know like, hey, I'm nowhere near 800. I'm over 500. I don't worry about that as much. When I was actively losing weight, I would not go over 500 calories, more because I knew it was kind of a slippery slope when I was learning, like, oh, if I round or if I do this, if this doesn't count, I would just do that with everything. So being strict helped me to remain disciplined. But now I'm a little less strict, but I try to keep it reasonable. But I've never done the 800 calories. Patty says, just curious why no chicken for your dog. So she's an English Mastiff, and I'm in a couple different Mastiff groups. She's the only dog I've ever had. She's the only Mastiff I've ever had. But there are enough Mastiffs that have problems with chicken that I just chose to avoid it. So it's recommended dog. They don't eat dog. That they eat beef and lamb as their like meat sources. So I just try to stay away from the chicken. And then we once gave her a banana and she had diarrhea for 3 days. So after that happened, anything that might be sensitive to a Mastiff, I am sensitive to giving her. But she loves bread. I call her a big booty girl because she loves her carbs and her bread. If she hears bread wrappers, she's there and waiting. So she gets all of our pizza crusts. She gets the butts of breads. If my kids have peanut butter toast in the morning and don't finish it, she gets the scraps. Like, she loves her breads. I'm sure she'd love chicken. I just try not to give it to her. Mr. Fairway, thank you. 100,000. We're not there yet, but I am excited. I'm at the point where I feel confident that I'll someday get that silver play button, but thank you. I am very, very excited for whenever it comes. Again, I know this seems a little early. I just want to give people time to participate, do the suggestions, and get a lot of them out there. So it's kind of a fun little thing to pick from. But I do appreciate the encouragement. Chica's Bella's vlog said, yes, thank you. Energy is good. I'm looking forward to the update. I've done very long fasts. I just listen to my body. But if it's drained, I'll do a light workout, but push for my best. Good for you. I love that mentality. You're welcome for answering your question, Music. I am glad that it was helpful, and I'm glad that you could catch this live. I know it was kind of random. I just did it when I had decent lighting, my hair wasn't scary, and I was past 97,000 subscribers. Godspeed. Appreciate the OMAD grind. It's always encouraging. I know I do my best to follow suit. Congrats on the success. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think OMAD is such a wonderful tool. I love sharing it, and I love the freedom. So it's fun to share. Whew. Wow, I did this live longer than my normal lives. And at this point, I'm probably not going to get many voiceovers done for shorts, but that's okay. I've enjoyed it. So if you are watching this on replay, if you're watching this on shorts, I highly encourage anyone that wants to give a suggestion of my OMAD. And once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will pick from the comments one to eat. And I'm excited. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be having shorts and normal videos per the usual. And I'll see you, well, next week, Wednesday, I'm not going live. That's the Price is Right date of the show that we went to in December. So we are watching that and going to have fun seeing how that turned out. But my next live will be 2 weeks. Not this next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, so in April. But until then, have a great day. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys.